Well, good morning everybody. Charlie Oot&aboot up at Cairngorms Castle. It's just gone the back of 6. I'm up, ready, got my coffee. For some reason my phone lost all its charge last night, so I've got it on my cable. I've got it on my Jacobite, which is that wee machine there, just under the telly. It's a great wee thing. I would advise anybody that's out and about in a camper van, if you can get a Jacobite, get a Jacobite. That's an Explorer 1000, but you can get a 1500. That came out after I bought that one. But anyway, so it charges everything, runs all my lights. We can watch my telly, charge my phone, my vape, my lights, as I say, anything. It's a great wee thing. And when I'm travelling away today, I'll plug it into my fag lighter, and whatever charge that I've lost, it'll recharge it. So I'm not going to hang about for the castle. You can see the castle there to open. It doesn't open to 9 o'clock, so I'll be off by then. I'll be heading back into the Cairngorms. But last night I got a great photo of the moon behind that castle. It was fantastic looking at it. It reminded me of like Wuthering Heights, Kate Bush, that kind of thing. It was a good. So I tried to take a couple of photos. So I hope I've done it justice. And then I done a wee video. And I put my phone down, and I don't know if it's been videoing all night, but I lost my charge on my phone for some reason. I'm only at 10%, so I'm charging it up, didn't I? So there we go. So Charlie Oot&aboot, the 14th of July. I'm heading back into the Cairngorms, and I'll see you when I get there. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I hope you're enjoying the scenery. Bye bye now. Well, good morning everybody. Excuse me. Well, I've been on the move. You'll see the fast track, or a time lapse TV that I done. See the wee cat under the motor there. There was these wee bowls. So I get this. I don't know if it's a feral cat, and the wee woman for the house feeds him. But they mates been following my videos. I'm up at Bremar. I'm up at Bremar Castle. The castle is closed because it's getting renovated. But I wanted to show you this again. This is me getting into the cemetery now. At Bremar. And I'll show you the place, because there's somebody special I want you to, not to meet, but to show respects to. There's a couple of people, and I'll tell you what I know about them. Susan found this one the last time we were up here. And I went on and had a look and found out about the guy. So if I find it again, what is this one here? sure it was in this area. But I'll turn the camera and I'll show you the castle while I'm looking for this. There's the castle. They're there. You can see it under it's getting renovated. So once it's up and done, I'll probably come back up. I'll probably come back up and see it once it's all here and done. I was sure that stone that Susan found. Ah, there it's there. It's there. He was commissioned into the Argyll and Southern Highlanders, and he rebadged, I don't know, into the intelligence corps, and he was captured by the Japs, and he kept Argyll and Southern Highlanders badge on his person at all times, and the Japs couldn't understand what this badge meant, and he wasn't going to tell them, and they were going to kill him because he wouldn't tell them what that badge meant, and that's how much it meant to him to join the Argyll and Southern Highlanders. And there's the poppy cross I left the last time I was here. So sleep well, sir. So there's the story of Robert Lyne. You can Google him. Just put his name in your browser, and it'll tell you about him. So this is Bremar Cemetery. Them that's watching my videos will remember the last one I done when I was here. I'm up to pay respects to Peter Grant. No, he's not a football player, and he's not a manager of a rock band. He was known as Auld Dubrach, and he died at the age of 110, and he was the oldest Jacobite. He fought at Culloden. So he was the oldest Jacobite, and at the age of 108, the Scottish Parliament thought it'd be nice for him to go and meet the King, who was coming up from England. So he went. He was promised a suit. We'll give you a suit if you come and meet the King. And before he picked up a broadsword, he was a tailor, so he knew the importance of a suit. So at the age of 108, he decided, I'll go and meet the King, because obviously he'd fought his father at Culloden. So when he appeared at Edinburgh Castle, he appeared in full Highland regalia, the same regalia that he wore at Culloden, and he was asked to remove his bonnet, and he refused. He says, no, I'm not removing, I'll take my hat off, keeping it on. And the King says to him jokingly, but Grant, you're my oldest friend. And his reply was, nay, your Majesty, I'm your oldest enemy. He knew, there's that eye again. And he died 2 years later at the age of 110. But the King gave him a pension of 52 guineas. So he had money anyway. And he died at the age of 110. So I'm up to pay respects to Peter Grant, Auld Dubrach. I was here before. Now you probably saw my last video when I done this, and I put a poppy cross here, but it seems to have disappeared because I put it under there. This is his stone. In fact, there it's there. They've moved it up the top there. I don't know why they've moved it up the top. Maybe they didn't like it underneath here. So I'm up to put another one. There we go. Sleep well, Auld Dubrach, Peter Grant, aged 110, a Jacobite to the end, unless we forget. I see somebody's left a nice wee coloured stone. Some 55. Somebody left a wee button, but there you go. So there's a wee bit of history. Peter Grant, Auld Dubrach, done. So I take my hat off to Auld Dubrach. I sleep well. He's in a nice place. So there's the Bremar Cemetery. So if you're ever passing, come in and pay your respects to Auld Dubrach. I'm sure if his spirit's wandering, you'll appreciate it. So there we go, so I'm going to head on. And you'll see that I fast-tracked it all the way down. Or as Stevie would say, time-lapsed. It's time-lapsed. I time-lapsed my journey down here. Enjoy that wee windy road coming there, and I hope you enjoyed the scenery. So there we go. It just started to rain, but it's went off now. So I'll head to where I'm heading to. So thanks for watching. And if you're gone anywhere where there's a remembrance, a cenotaph, remember old Peter. Yeah, Jacobite to the end. Nay, your Majesty, I'm your oldest enemy. So take care, everybody. Enjoy what you're doing today. And I'll speak to you all soon when I get to my location. Bye bye now. This is right at the entrance to Bremar Cemetery. And you see there's Auld Dubrach here. And that portrait is in the Scottish Art Museum. And that was the highland dress that he wore when he met the king. I've just seen something very interesting here. This bit here. One grave which will not be found at Bremar Kirkyard is that of the Black Colonel John Farquharson of Inveraray. He fought for the Jacobites at the Battle of Killiecrankie in 1698, returned home to Inveraray and burnt down Bremar Castle, which was occupied by government troops. He then spent many weeks hiding in the rocky gorge at Airburn, still known as the Colonel's Bed, where his faithful servant Annie brought him food each night. He eventually died peacefully in his bed in 1698 after expressing a wish to be buried within the chapel of the Seven Maidens at Inveraray. His wish was discarded and he was interred in the kirkyard here at Bremar. The next day his coffin was found above ground and had to be reburied. After this occurred 3 times, the coffin was put on a raft, towed up the River Dee to Inveraray, and he was finally interred in the chapel as he had requested. They should have listened to him at the start. They wouldn't have had all that hassle. So you can pause the video and you can read a bit of history. So I'll add this on to the end of my video. There we go. Bremar Kirkyard. So thanks for watching. Charlie Oot&aboot.